Dominique Daniels. No. Follow-up. No. Well, nobody can buy a bucket so far.
For Sam Silverstein, he competes on both ends.
There's our first hoop of the night. Come.
Leinart. Inbounds to Welling. No good. Texans with another rebound. Other way. There's Bubu Benjamin.
Come on.
12 in this game for Utah Valley. And that's actually, they average 11.9 per game. So right at their game mark is Benjamin. Takes the three, rocks the bench.
Analytics. Like I said, I don't remember 3 straight threes coming from a Rick Croy team.
They are firing away. It's raining outside here in Riverside, also raining inside the Fowler Event Center with a couple early threes for CBU. Maybe a sign of things to come tonight for the Lancers. Deep three by Benjamin is good. Less than 8 to go here in the first half. CBU up 27-10. Still a 17-point lead, although things have cooled off a little bit for the Lancers, but still offensively as a whole, pretty good first half for Rick Croy and the bunch. Three-point attempt is good. Oh, he hasn't even attempted a shot on the floor, which is strange. He's their, I would say, second or third option on offense predominantly this season, as Ben's own game.
8-2 on the offensive board. 21-16, make that another board and another.
Final Four, and as Coach Standard said, hey, that's a big deal. You go to the Final Four at any level, that's great experience.
Full court pressure. These two teams, the top two teams in all the nation when it comes to forcing turnovers. 17 a game for ACU, 16.9 a game for the Texans, and it is a dive cutter from the baseline.
It's all of a sudden down to 6, and anybody's game with 12 minutes to go in the contest.
9-0 run for ACU over the last minute, 25 seconds. Cross-court pass. Get it to the corner. Texans again down low on the shot clock at 10. Good rotations by ACU. Oh, found him and got it home. Texans break that.
The next up, they are that good, this crowd tonight.
It has been really fun to watch here as Bubu Benjamin escapes. Great inbound. Clock again. Bristow in the corner going down to Hicks. Down inside, up, no good. I think it hit rim, but maybe not. As Bubu Benjamin will get it off, and he swishes it home. There's Bubu Benjamin, can't get it to go, but gets the follow. Grimes to throw it in, looking, trouble again, and finally gets it into Bristow. 12 on the shot clock for Bristow. Oh, Bubu Benjamin got away and just snuck up the 5 seconds on the shot clock. Bristow spins away, couldn't get it to go. They're on the tap. I think that was Bristow.
Already this time their leading scorer, Bubu Benjamin, gets on the floor to corral the basketball.
The Texans stay scrapped. They will get after every loose ball.
And then Benjamin the reverse.
Full court zone. This time it is a 2-2-1. Ware's out of the game, and now you have Cameron Jackson, the freshman, coming in. He's been playing some quality minutes for the Mavericks. He's been a force wearing down their post play.
He already has a career-high 6 rebounds, Cameron Jackson, and drew 5 fouls in the first half. Chris Mpaka back on the floor with 4 fouls. Saves to Mizell. Now to Bubu Benjamin for a triple. Yes!
Right knee. Don't want to speculate, but that's where his hand was. As the rebound taken down by Mpaka off the miss by Stevens. 1-point game. Texans led early, but it's been Seattle U.
There it is.
Bubu Benjamin got it to go.
There it is.
Look at those hands by Benjamin and the right rim rocker on the other end. Quick foul by McCall there. A good contest by Bristow to Benjamin. Finishes it home. Bobbled it there for a second as Dawson got a piece of it, but finally reeled it back in. And one of the guys down the stretch for the Texans that's been good. Silvera passes up the shot. Gives it to Benjamin. Benjamin got it to go. Nice shot as he hits the mid-range jumper. Remaining here in the first half, and Again, 11-point lead, the biggest of the game for the Lopes. Texans on a 3-minute, 27-second scoring drought looking for a bucket. This is their second scoring drought of over 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Benjamin getting to the bucket. That'll be his first of the game.
On the outside as well. Starting lineups for Coach Todd Phillips. Dom Nelson, Jackson Holcomb, Tanner Toulson, Trevin Linhart, and Carter Welling. And on the other side for Coach Billy Gillespie in his 5th season, Izzy Miles, Kareem Elgizawe, Joseph Martinez, Bubu Benjamin, and Chris Mpaka. And the Texans driving and the finishing with 8 on the shot.
Tarleton State 2.
Izzy Miles. That gives way to Benjamin. Back to Miles, back to Benjamin for 3. Count it.
The guy that's open at the end of that ball movement, and it happens to be Tanner Toulson, which for Utah Valley, having him happen to be there sure is convenient.
And that's a nice looking.
Deep in the corner. Back it down Crass around 2 Texans. Missed it strong. There's Lamine, the offensive rebound. Crass, good hustle. Now numbers, a 2-on-1 alley-oop for Benjamin. Throws it down. Tough that now. Benjamin against Simpson. That's a great matchup. Bubu can D him up. And
Great
Bubu,
hands.
quick hands. Benjamin on a breakaway. Showtime. Texans have it. Tarleton looking to sweep the season series from Southern Utah, moving to 3rd place in the WAC with a victory. Benjamin underneath the reverse is good. Times has had some big moments this year. He'll step back, wide open 3. Benjamin the offensive rebound.
I mean, if you just leave him that wide open, he didn't have any choice but to shoot it.
Benjamin backs in, spins. What a move inside by Bubu.
I mean, he's just trying to set up the pick and roll.
Well, Bubu has played almost the entire game tonight, which is almost commonplace for him. Leads the WAC in minutes played. He's averaging over 36 minutes, 28th most in the country.
And JB, I think tonight is definitely out of necessity.
Lob it inside the Bubu. A high pass he gathers. Goes up with 1 to shoot. Got the bucket and the foul for Bubu Benjamin.
In on the scoring ad, D'Antoine Grimes was a part of that. Also, Izzy Miles was in and got some easy buckets up. Right now, it's just not going their way. I think they're 8 of 12 here in the second half.
You mentioned Izzy Miles. Backdoor, there's Bubu with the alley-oop from Grimes. Start the half has made just 1 of the last 8 field goal attempts. And this lead is 15 for the Texans.
Got a mismatch underneath Benjamin. on Miller. I would not pass out of this if I'm.
Look at that, up and under. Does Southern Utah have one big run left in them?
They got to figure out a way to knock down some perimeter shots. A three-pointer would serve them well.
Trying to avoid their 5th consecutive loss. Around the horn. Mazzell out to Benjamin. Good look for 3. He'll take it and knocks it down.
Way to go.
5th in rebounding. And if you are Utah Tech, you need Riley to get more involved.
Riley's a senior in his last year.
How about Benjamin sneaking? Foul trouble plaguing the Texans, actually both teams.
Yes. But even though the Texans have blown a couple of leads, Billy Gillespie said, it doesn't really feel like it. Seems like when we have a lead, we're able to hold on to it.
So after that free throw made by Akeem Byrd, it's a 2-possession game. Feels like one of those old school football games at 7-3 in the 4th quarter.
Oh, they fronted in pocket that time.
And Benjamin drains the corner. There's only 9 other coaches who have been at their school longer than John Judkins.
Remember when he got there, it was a junior college team. He's gone from junior college to Division II. Now he's coaching at the Division I level.
And there's a trifecta in the corner.
In October, right before the season started. And another takeaway, and here comes Benjamin, flushing it home. So each team turnovers. El Ghazawi all the way to the hoop. No. Benjamin the rebound. And one for 1-1. And the Tech. Hutton, a picture of calm and control as always.
Controlled chaos, right?
It's an incredible group that puts these ESPN Plus games on. And that was an enormous second chance opportunity that Keon Williams created with the rebound off the missed free throw, and Hubbard gets both to go. And Benjamin with a tough bucket. And
Uzi Miles. Benjamin off the mark. Rebound, though. Another rebound picked up by the Texans. Bounce pass. Sweet move by Bubu. In between free throws, Jacoby Cole's in for Luke Ward. Nice work on the baseline. That has to be kept in by Bubu. Benjamin, bounce pass off of the feet of Coles. Rolls over. Benjamin, Miles, just grabbed it. Swung back over. Bubu, Benjamin, 3. Good.
Finding the open man. 7-0 run from the Lopes right now.
Bell, bounce pass. Bubu, Benjamin, stop near the elbow. Good. Mr. Tyon Grant Foster. Benjamin, spinorama, no. Putback, yes.
Ooh, Tyon went up.
Or tape. And he said about 70% of players right now he's seen either wear the ankle brace or tape. And you're right, some coaches demand that they either have one or the other, even in practice.
Lon Reisman was a guy that did that for a long time here, and he truly believed that prevented injuries. And, you know, he had pretty good luck with it over the year, put up over 600 wins as up and under Miles to Hicks. Outside Benjamin, 9 on the shot clock. Hicks, step back. Gives it back. Benjamin, a great look. Three-pointer, got it to go. Right.
A little bit against Utah Valley, trying to get that back.
Grimes with 8 seconds, no shot clock. El Ghazawi out to Bubu Benjamin. Look at 3 and rattles it home. Did that hit off the backboard? I couldn't tell.
Right now.
Mazzell will throw it in just in front of his bench. Gets it to Hicks. Freddie Hicks, first game since injury. Doubled, kicks it out to Benjamin. 5 on the shot clock. Benjamin up and lays it past. What a great.
And Tarleton State not much better. They're 2 for 5. Texans with a basketball. Mazzell out top to Izzy Miles.
Switching to his zone here, Rod. It'll give the Texans a different look, or give the Trailblazers a different look here.
Benjamin with the 3 from the right corner.
On defense ended up with 2 steals and a rebound, so got to love that these guys off the bench are giving him a spark.
1-point lead, Tarleton State. 7 minutes gone by here in the second half. Benjamin spins on Hutchings. Oh, what a shot by Bubu Benjamin.
Good left.
Defense!
side, but when we asked KT Turner about Robinson, he said he was more of a glue guy.
He's a glue guy, keeps them organized. He's got great intangibles, really plays hard, but he can shoot in rhythm even when things are helter-skelter. And Tarleton's got UTA sped up right here, but UTA still functioning very well. They're on the brink of being out of control, but not quite.
Back down to 10 on the shot clock. UTA doing a good job of making the Texans earn it. Benjamin, his first open look from 3, rattles it home.
And there is no...
His third foul. They actually called that on Mazzell. His first. Shot there on the side. The runner no good. Taken by Cade Douglas. One of just a couple of returners on this UTA team. Texans with the rebound trying to take their first lead of the game here.
Boy, and you see the defenders getting out on the perimeter because Tarleton does such a great job from the arc, shooting threes in transition.
Ball gets away there from the Texans. 10 on the shot clock as Benjamin tracks it down. Benjamin moving right to the bucket, and a nice, again, over the defense half with 3 fouls.
How about Mazzell with his third board from a guard position? This Tarleton State team, in terms of rebounding, -2 here in that department, but they've gotten some key boards.
Outside, Mazzell back with it, back down to 10 on the shot clock. Texans found themselves many times with not much shot clock left before they'd get shots off.
UTA trying to keep Mazzell on one side of the floor, but he goes around the double stagger, and they end up with a 3-ball. And waiting on some guys to come back from injury, they have forced opponents 5 times into turning it over 20 or more times. That is a ton.
Bubu Benjamin, another shot. This time away from Miles, who has 3 fouls as well. He's got to play careful.
And that was Burford digging into Miles right there, getting a great position right there. Darius Burford, the graduate. That is a very experienced move.
Bubu Benjamin working the lead here. Now 4 points is knock them both down there.
And you look at the keys for this game for UTA. They wanted to limit the turnovers. They knew that Tarleton forced 18 turnovers a game. Look at key number 2. Limit the turnovers. They've not been able to do that. It's been amazing that they're even leading this game, given the fact that they've turned it over almost 20 times already in this game.
Bubu Benjamin in the middle of that zone, and you can see what 5-point lead for UT Arlington.
And the Mavericks match the Tarleton 5-0 run with a 5-0 spurt of their own to give themselves the 2-possession lead back.
Back and forth contest. Texans had tied it up.
Boy, nothing fancy here from Tarleton. They just moved that backside post to the ball side elbow and rotate them.
Bubu Benjamin got away. Left hand.
Execute in this game. And, with 2.5 to go, it's kind of a risky pass.
Grimes. A couple of 3-pointers by Grimes. Now Benjamin sets his feet. He's been good all night, and he continues.
On that dunk, that's how you open the game up.
Hudson with a 3-pointer rattles in and falls out. Bubu Benjamin with the rebound. That's a great way to start this one here. Right off the jump, Benjamin the other way, passed right in front of Billy Gillespie.
And that's the kind of effort he rewards.
Steal again. Texans moving the other way. Benjamin lays it in, rolled it across.
No one on the clock.
Dribble inside. Grimes hangs, can't finish it. Bubu Benjamin on the putback. Past the halfway mark here in the second half.
But what an addition off the bench there for Coach Gillespie. Going deep into his bench.
Tarleton has just not had answers for Howard Payne here down the stretch. As Bubu Benjamin gets it. Benjamin to the basket. And same for Silvera and Benjamin. 4 fouls for Bristow, who will inbound it as they're back to a 6-point lead. Bristow brings it up past half court. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Left side, Silvera. Cross court, Grimes, extra pass. Benjamin, three-pointer, got it to go. Another possession here for the Texans as they'll throw it in. They've had a hard time breaking this press. Benjamin on the run out. He's going to have a throwdown. 21 points for Benjamin. Threw it away. Give it right back. He had Bristow down here and chose to reverse the ball instead. It was a bad decision. Wonder if Benjamin's been on the court a long time tonight. Wonder if getting a little tired.
That is what that is. Fatigue at his best. Lazy pass.
Benjamin, not fatigued from outside. That's for the team. Maybe he wanted to see something from some of those guards to start the game. Or maybe it's just a matchup he liked. You never know. Grimes with on the left side as the Texans will get their 4th win of the season. They are moved to 3-1 here at Tarleton State. 4-10 on the year. Outside, Benjamin, another 3. Another score! Boom!
Second and third effort right there, but have to find a way to convert those second chance opportunities, especially when you're struggling offensively like Oklahoma State has here in the first half.
When Newman split the double team, he essentially created a numbers advantage, and Oklahoma State wasn't able to take advantage of it. Cowboys 0 for 6 from the field since the last media time. Benjamin from the elbow banks it in.
Lead a guy to the basket.
Kind of like a quarterback throwing the fade in football. Either the receiver has to get inside enough to give him space to throw it towards the side.
Yeah, absolutely. Great analogy. You have to be the eyes for your teammates.
Silvera, who's been impressive tonight, gets a couple of screens. Kicks. Runner off, passing in.
71% in the early going of this one, 5 of 7 from the floor. Mizell nearly loses it.
Again, looking for the backdoor action against the pressure. Miners did a good job of taking that away.
Mizell.
A little high-low action.
To Mpaka, and Mpaka.
Maybe this will get him going.
Cross-court pass to Horton. 3-ball corner pocket. Can't get the roll. Rebound controlled by Tarleton State. This is Crass.
Benjamin's trying to post up little guy in Barnes.
I think you see Mitzel, he sees it too. Mizell still controlling it. Gets it in the corner to Crass. Crass trying to get it inside to Benjamin, and the Miners deny. So they're going to have to throw up a 3, and Bubu on the floor, so we'll have an inbound play and a fresh 20 on the shot clock for the Texans. Kraus.
Little curl action again to Benjamin.
Benjamin from the block, and that will fall. Benjamin has it, top of the key, working against Frazier in the paint. Floater in the paint is no good. Loose ball controlled by Mpaka. Thought Mpaka make that Benjamin. That's going to be a block. They're going to call it a goal.
But again, he knows how to score and knocks down the big shot.
Bynum now in double figures. He's got 10 for the Miners. This is Benjamin working on Frazier, and he's got the easy 2 on the layup.
Frazier ended up shooting that with his right hand and not his left. I don't know if that's a high percentage shot for him or not, but it's a good look. Okay, Miners need to get a stop.
Mizell to Mpaka to Benjamin, had the 3, Gave up the chance. Instead, gets the floater in the lane to go.
Teaching him how to shoot. He said that his dad also has his own AAU basketball program and also played in high school. He said growing up, people would always come up to him and be like, you know, your dad has such an impact on not just basketball, but sports.
It seems as if both teams have saved their three-pointers for the last 7 minutes of this ball game.
Just 2 in the game for Tarleton. They've come on the last 3 possessions. Benjamin baseline drive. Nice finish. Between the teams. Benny Williams with the jumper. Benjamin will try another 3. And hit. 3.
Glass, but instead hits the bottom of the net.
Runner there on the other side by Blake Walker, no good. Texans with the rebound. Down low, a nice look, and Bubu Benjamin gets up.
It's going to be the best friend of the Texans.
Bubu Benjamin with 16 points per game, leading all scorers for the Texans. Tarleton with another stop. Looking down low for Benjamin, can't get it to him. Now the Texans will set up the offense. Take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams, brought to us by Revolver Brewery, official craft beer sponsor of Tarleton State Athletics. Bubu Benjamin from the right side. Benjamin, the Texans are without, and that right there is a Western Athletic Conference preseason. And Texans in this game with 9 rebounds. Benjamin on the run out, going the other way. Oh, I thought we'd get a 8 to score. Dribble inside, knocked away again, another turnover.
Here we go.
Here we go. Bubu Benjamin, right-handed. He felt it.
He felt it. This is exactly what this gym needs.
Miles with it on the left wing. Back to Crass. Benjamin, a straightaway 3, long distance. He can. He's still got it to go down.
Carlos Kennedy saying prayers answered on that last shot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Bristow got a piece of that ball. Cross court. I don't know who it was for, but I like it. Martinez will throw it in. Underneath his own basket. Minute into the second half. Inbounds, nice play by 3:27. Tarleton State on top with the ball, and the Crusaders continue to press here. Oh, the long outlet baseball pass. Nice feed, and Bubu Benjamin for the Athletic Association group. I think he can be a pretty solid big man for them. Of course, he's a little outmatched today with all these Texans bigs. But at times, he's shown some different things. As the Texans bring it up, still pressing, or the Crusaders back the other way. How about 4? Second free throw is good, so Shepard gets on the board. Bubu Benjamin, 26 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He's filled it up. And kind of the finishing touch, the cherry on top of that dunk just a minute ago.
Oh, man, he's so athletic, so rangy. He's played really good on defense, done some good things on the board as well. This team is tough.
Yeah, well, until Freddie Hicks gets back, one of their better players is that three-pointer from the left side.
find ways to survive there by Ronnie Harrison.
Amari Burnett running the court, and Paca with the rejection. He had 5 blocks at Florida State earlier. 3:45 to go. Michigan by 20. Entry inside to Paca. Pocket picked. Ends up in the hands of his teammate, and Bubu.
Is the score. Celestine for 3, left corner, no good. Look at Edgecombe. That wingspan to grab the rebound. Try to save it inbound, starts the break the other way, and ends with a layup. That guy is 6'7" and can shoot the 3 so well.
It's the versatility. I mean, when he's in the game, you know what he brings to the table, but he can play the 4, he can play the 3, he can play multiple positions. On defense, he moves well enough laterally to be able to guard really 2 through 4. Can even maybe
slide 3s tonight. They were 9 of 13 in the first half, just 3 of 12 so far here in the second half. There's a 3 by Bubu. That is the best part.
There we go.
That is nice. And anytime we can mention Frank Fallon's name, that is a good thing. Ravicic, his first point at Baylor. Bears get to 94. We can get back to basketball now, right?
You hate talking about yourself, J-Mo.
We've talked enough about that. There's a bad zone defense, moving pretty well. Short jumper by.
Now that really plays with an elite pace, an attacking mindset, keeps the eyes up, can probe, dribble. They know how to play their basketball over there.
Well, there's Bubu, right? He's the leader of this team right now.
You know, he can catch and shoot, hit the mid-range jumper, wanting a little bit more just in terms of defending a little bit better, seeing the post better, being able to feed the post. They like to go into that high-low stuff, and they executed it, I thought, pretty well against Florida State first half.
Back inside, there's Benjamin. Good look from Mark.
Have guys that succumb to injury, and they're not real sure when they're going to be back.
And here's Nick Crass. He misses that 3. But rebounded by Benjamin inside. He follows it away. They have an answer, it seems, almost every single time.
You know, when Tarleton was 1 for their last 7 before a couple of crash buckets, that was after a 5-for-5 stretch. So the consistency shooting has not been there yet for the Texans.
Joseph Martinez had the hot hand early. Being blanketed here by Avery.
A great job of Martinez creating space at the top.
Shot clock down to 5. Caleb Evans, double team, good pass inside Benjamin. Tarleton has seemed like they'll start to stretch this and turn this game maybe into a rout. Tabor has had an answer, but Wright played 2 minutes early in the first half. Back on the floor now for Tarleton. And here's Nick Crass with the steal. Benjamin goes to the rim. Can't quite get the basket. Maybe.
There's the sharpshooter.
Shawnee's been Florida State's best shooter so far to start the year. The Noles are looking for other guys to step up and be able to give them some three-point threats. But Dang, a transfer from Hampton last season, he has been a really big addition for FSU so far this season. Just stretches a defense when you have a guy with that kind of threat from beyond the arc.
Dang now with 5 threes on the young season. Rest of the Noles team, 5. Nice drop-off in
there too, right? Starts on Alex, shifts left to the court. It's almost like hurricane. It was like hurricane coverage. Weather. This is what's happening right next to me.
So we get the 8
turnovers that fuel transition buckets, and ultimately a larger score margin right now for FSU. Give Tarleton some credit, though.
Tarleton State, who lost by nearly 30 points in each of its first 2 games of the season last week, turned it over more than 20 times in each loss. Only at 12 tonight, but now 4 in the second half. 14-point Florida State lead after it was 5 at the half. Mid-range jumper goes down. 13 in the second half. Davis picks up the pace, loses the basketball. Benjamin got his hands on it. Right to the rim with the left hand.
That with their hustle defense, they're so good at it. Jordan Mizell all the way to the rack. He gets his shot blocked, but already with 2 fouls. This one knocked away, though. Here comes Miles, bouncing it off to Benjamin, laying it home. On the and one by Josiah Hammonds out of the timeout. Mizell in the post, grabs his own rebound, challenges the shot blocker. No, Benjamin, yes! Wilkerson on the other end.
The length by the guards on this Sam Houston team really make it difficult. Even when you get back in transition, you have such an uphill climb just to contest at the rim.
Benjamin from up top.
Tremendous finish by finishers. 6'5", the Kansas State transfer. He is high-flying and has such a high ceiling, strong intangibles, but you see the athleticism right there.
Played for Jerome Tang and company at Kansas State, and they love that he comes from a winning program. Great coaches as well. Benjamin, power dribble, hook shot inside the lanes.
Gretsch wanted to focus on coming in, turning turnovers into points, going as fast as you can in transition. You can't go faster than they just win.
And Sam Houston outscoring Tarleton 13-3 on the fast break. Benjamin reigns in a three. Freshman from Edgewater High School and the Rock School, originally from Orlando. Benjamin turns away from the defense. Merrim, low to the ground against a guy 7 inches taller than him, sets up Benjamin for the soft floater.
You can see very, very explosive. Not only has great speed and quickness, but when you can explode like he does, a great asset.
Coming off an awesome redshirt sophomore year at Wake Forest, averaging 15.5 points per game and transferring within the ACC at SMU. Knocked off the rim, but recovered by Ronnie Harrison Jr. That's his way into Keon Ambrose Hilton, who's on. The three launched by on a bigger stage, so he came to SMU. Second chance opportunity for Harris. No, the pogo stick follow doesn't go for Edwards. And rebound brought out by Tarleton. SMU had 3 golden opportunities, maybe 4.
The rarity for the Mustangs to miss 2 free throws in a row and then had 2 little easy bunny putbacks, but couldn't get those to finish either.
51 points in the first half for SMU.
Oh, great back and forth. Great.
Again, less than a second to shoot here. Benjamin knows it. He's poised, and that one comes down.